Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another live day trading episode with your boy Money Spence. In today's live day trading episode, we're going to be utilizing VWAP and the ORB strategy to make $400 or more with our repeatable, proven day trading strategy. Without further ado, let's take a deep dive into this morning's episode. All right, family. So for starts, here's the economic calendar. We had 2 delays for the GDP report and the jobless claims report, so keep that in mind. And we also have a speaker at 9:55 a.m. The overall market watch list, it's currently bearish, family. So just how I anticipated, I felt as though they were going to sell the overall stock market off on Thursday morning. Now let's see if this bearish sentiment is going to continue when the market opens up at 9:30 a.m. Now we're going to cover levels for our options traders, and then we'll cover levels for our futures traders. First up on our list, it's IWM. So for IWM, we have a key support level at $243.53. Our pivot point, it's priced at $246.06, and our first level of resistance is at $247.37. SPY, we have a key support level for SPY at $681.70. Our pivot point, it's priced at $685.35, and our first level of resistance, it's at $687.26. The Qs, we have a key support level at $629. Our pivot point, it's priced at $633.71, and our first level of resistance, it's at $636.33. Family, it's about to be showtime. So we have approximately 50 seconds before the market opens up. Make sure you have your game plan in place. Make sure you have your risk management in place, and make sure you're ready to show up today, family. We're about to have a phenomenal day trading day, and we're going to continue to stick to our strategy that's been working consistently. So let's go, family. It'll be showtime. Let's get it. Good morning, Clint. Good morning. Good morning. Let me go here. All right, let's see what this market is going to give us. Go to the 2-minute time frame. Let's go to the 2-minute time frame. All right. So today we have to keep a close eye on the previous day low. If we drop that level, that's a strong bearish confirmation towards the downside. The market is open, family. It's showtime. Let's get it. Let's see what the market is going to give us. Hopefully they don't hit us with a okie doke. So even though we're bearish, let's wait patiently for a strong bearish confirmation. We need to keep a close eye on this level right here. If we break below that level, I'll go short possibly. If we break below this level right here. First 2-minute candle of the day, it's bearish. Strong bearish trend on the open as well. Let's adjust to the 1-minute time frame really quick. And so far on the open, we had a 57-point move for NQ. 57-point move. Great job, whoever caught that quick scalp on the open. Great job. And from the looks of it, we may break below that previous day low, but I'm going to wait for confirmation. I'm going to wait for some confirmation. IWM just crossed below its 20-day EMA. Let me see. Clint said he's up $305 in pre-market and close for the day. Hey, Clint, great job, my brother. That's how you do it, man. We had a nice bearish trend in pre-market. I was thinking about playing it, but I said, you know what? I'm going to wait. I wanted to play this zone right here, though. I wanted to play that zone. Great job, Clint. Man, it looked like we're still, pulling back on the open. We have a 58.50 move on the open so far. And we also have a, let me check this out right here. We have a bearish engulfing candle on the open as well. So that's usually giving us an indication that the market, may want to continue to pull back. NQ is currently down 179 points. Still waiting patiently. No trades yet, family. The only leaders on our board right now, it's Google, SQQQ, Apple, and Gold. All right, family. I'm thinking about
Order filled.
Start off with 3 contracts right here. Let's see what we're going to get. Let's see what we're going to get. Come on. If we drop below the previous day low, I'll add a little bit more to my contracts. Currently up a nice amount at the moment.
Order filled.
Here are some profits. Let's see if we can get a bounce back up towards the upside.
Order filled.
Well, right here, family. This move is looking too good towards the downside. It's looking too good. Hopefully we don't bounce. Hopefully we get that continuation. And the only reason I went, short, because we had a bearish engulfing candle on the open, right? And we were trading below our pivot point, the blue line. Now let's see if we're going to go lower. We have an intraday low at $26,052.25. Now we may possibly bounce in this area right here, but if we lose this previous day low, that's a stronger confirmation towards the downside. So use caution, family, because we may start bouncing in this price zone possibly. Already secured some profits so far. First 5-minute candle of the day was a strong bearish 5-minute candle. All right.
Order filled. Order filled.
More right here. So I'm holding 5 contracts total per account. Come on, keep going. Keep going.
Order filled.
Secure profits, family. Make sure you take some profits. Make sure you take them
Order
back in right
filled.
here. Let's go. Come on, keep going. Keep going. There we go. Keep going. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Order filled.
All right, so I just secured profits. So far for the day, I'm up about 400 and some change, family. That was a beautiful drop towards the downside. A beautiful drop towards the downside. Family, make sure you start securing some profits right now. We broke below this previous day low. That was a strong, confirmation. Now we do have a strong support zone at $26,000. That's a strong support zone right there. Man, we played that to a T. I hope my guys stock up. I hope you cleaned up on that one. So the Nasdaq is currently down 0.50%. I just received multiple alerts for the Nasdaq towards the downside. I received about, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I just received 5 alerts for the Nasdaq towards the downside, family. I may get back in. Thinking about getting back in. Trying to capitalize on this move. Let's see. Let's keep a close eye on the chart. All right, so let me highlight the bearish MACD.
Order
I'm
filled.
gonna get back in right here, family. 5 contracts. Let's go. Come on, keep going.
Order
All right,
filled.
I just secured some profits. So I'm currently up about $602 for the day. That was beautiful, family. Keep a close eye on $25,993. We may continue to go lower, family. Let's go. We played this one to a T. So we killed this morning move right here. That's the move that we played right there towards the downside.
Order
I
filled.
got to get back in, man. This thing is starting to drop, even more. Come on. Keep going.
Order filled.
Just secure some more profits, family. All right, so for the first 7 minutes of the trading day, your boy Money Spence, he's currently up $664. Family, make sure you take some profits. Do not be greedy. Take some profits. Don't be greedy, family. Take some profits. We can start. Well, we already implemented the 5-minute, ORB strategy. Once we broke below this 5-minute low, that was giving us some additional confirmation towards the downside. And look at that, family. Oh my God, this thing is still going. It's still going. Let's see where our next key support level is located at on the 5-day, time frame. Let's see where our next support level is located at really quick. We have a key support level right here. Man, I'm thinking about getting back in, but I don't want to be greedy. Don't want to be greedy, man. Let's go back here. 1-minute time frame. Play this to a T. No, we're on a 2-minute time frame right now. So we played this bearish move right here for the first 8 minutes of the trading day. First 8 minutes of the trading day, family. All right, so let's go to the poll. Let me check the poll out really quick. All right, so for the poll, we said, which part of today's strategy are you most interested in mastering? So for number 1, we had VWAP finding good entries. Number 2, we had ORB catching the first big move. So let's start off with number 1. So VWAP, on the open, we were trading below VWAP, right? VWAP, it's this yellow indicator up here. We were trading below that VWAP indicator on the open. And then we broke below our pivot point, which was this blue line right here. So that was giving your boy Money Spent some additional confirmation to focus on the move towards the downside. And then right here around 9:24 a.m., we broke below the previous day low. Anytime we're trading below the previous day low, that's giving us a stronger confirmation towards the downside. So we had 50% of our members, they wanted to find, good entries with VWAP. So this is one way that you can find, good entries with VWAP. If we open below VWAP on the open, that's usually giving us an indication that the market may pull back, but you also got to wait for some additional, confirmation. For example, the confirmation that we used today, we used the MACD, which was bearish. We also use RSI that turned bearish around 9:34 a.m. and we dropped below the previous day low. So that was a few, indicators. Man, this thing is still dropping, family. So that was a few, indicators that we use to trade the move towards the downside. And number 4, we had avoiding false signals with VWAP and the ORB. So one of the primary ways that you can avoid, false signals by looking at the candlesticks. So the candlesticks, they tell a story. So the first candlestick that we had developed on the open, it was a bearish engulfing candlestick. And the primary reason that was a bearish engulfing candlestick because it engulfed these previous, bullish candles that we had in pre-market. So once we broke below those previous, bullish candles, that was giving us some confirmation to focus on the move towards the downside. And I just received a number of alerts from Nasdaq confirming the move towards the downside as well. So that's another thing that you want to start using, family. You want to start using alerts to know exactly, what's going on with the overall market, trend. Man, we're still dropping. The Qs, they're down 1.20% at the moment. Wow. Man, this is the move your boy Money Spence was waiting for. This was the move your boy Money Spence was waiting for. All right, so let me check out the chat. All right, so Stock Up said cleaned up 260 and 3 accounts locked out for the day. Great job, Stock Up. I love it. Let me see. Add +1 subscriber. I'm on my trading journey. How long have you been trading? How you doing, AB6153? So I've been trading for approximately 6 years now. And Clint said he made $1,092 in the practice account. Great job, Clint. I love it, my brother. Great job. Great trading so far for the day, family. Does anybody else have any additional, questions or, concerns? And let me remove these, drawings because we already broke below all of these, key levels. Let's set up some new support levels on our chart, some new intraday support levels. 25,941.50. That's going to be our intraday support. Our intraday resistance, that's priced at $26,127.50. All right, let me make sure we have that price. All right, so that's going to be our resistance level. All right, family. So we have a 5-minute bullish candle developing. So I hope everyone was able to take profits on our, short position at 9:40 a.m. So for the first 10 minutes of the trading day, man, we killed that move towards the downside. We killed that move, family. And I'm going to confirm all of the areas where what we use for confirmation. And these are some of the top, indicators that you want to have on your chart. So you want to have RSI. That's at the bottom of our screen. That's the red and green, section right here. You want to have MACD. Whenever your MACD turns, red and the green line, it's below the red line. That's giving you some additional confirmation towards the downside. And you want to also use your VWAP indicator. So VWAP, you see how we broke below VWAP on the open? Well, we were actually already trading below VWAP on the open. And we had a key resistance level at $26,127.05. So that was our ORB resistance for the first 15 minutes of the day. Now, if we break back above that level, we may possibly break above, VWAP. But everybody should have sold their short position at 9:40 a.m. So this is how we confirm these moves on the open. And now if we break below this support level once again, that's confirming the additional move towards the downside, family. All right, so let me see. Yes, everybody hit that like button for me. Thank you, stock up. So let me see. AB 6153. So my guy said he's been trading for 1 year, learned the hard way to not trade with real money. Been good paper trading last 6 months. Tried Forex, stocks, options, and found options. ODT is working for me. Ab, great job. Have you ever thought about, trading futures? Let me see. Clint said Meta is down 12%. Yes, Meta is getting, trash. Meta is currently down 12.17% at the moment. They had earnings in the post market, yesterday. All right, family. So now we can start implementing the 15-minute ORB strategy. So the 15-minute ORB strategy, that's based off of the first 15-minute support and the first 15-minute resistance zone. For the first 15 minutes of the day, we were bearish. So that's why we had a strong, bearish candle on the open. And we also had an engulfing indicator at the top of that candle, giving us confirmation to focus on a move towards the downside. So let me see. Ab said, definitely will look into futures. What's the difference in futures and options? Kind of the same, it looks like. So with futures and options, I feel like the primary difference with futures, you don't have to worry about the Greeks. Now with options, you have to worry about the Greeks and time decay. So with futures, you don't have to worry about, time decay. So that's the primary reason why, I've been recently, trading futures for the past, year and a half, I believe so, because you don't have to worry about that time decay. With options, time decay will have a major impact on your position if you get in at the wrong time. So the longer you hold that option, if it's going in the opposite, direction, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be down on that option. So that's one of the reasons why I stopped, trading options. But you can definitely, make some good money off of it, I will say. You can make some good money off of options, family. All right, family. So I'm going to highlight where the bulls stepped in at. So the bulls, they stepped in at 9:42 a.m. Now, let's see if we're going to continue to move higher. We have a key support level at $25,941.50. So keep a close eye on that key support level. Now, today, if we break below that level, we may hit towards $25,900 even. So that's going to be our support level number 2 intraday. Let me see, 25. And that's a whole dollar psychological price point. That's going to be our support level number 2. And support, it's based on where buyers are stepping in at. And resistance, it's based on where, sellers are, selling that thing off. That's like on the open, right? We had resistance right here on the open at 9:30 a.m. and we were having a difficult time, breaking above that level. So that's why we had, resistance priced at that price zone, and support, it was down here. Now the buyers, they stepped in at 9:42 a.m. So keep a close eye on a possible move back towards the upside. And I'm not going to get in on a possible move back towards the upside because for number one, we're still trading below VWAP. Now, if I wanted to, place a quick scalp, I would have tried my best to get in right here around 9:42 a.m. and I probably would have sold somewhere in this price zone. And if you look at our screen right now, we have a bullish MACD developing on our chart. You see how the green line is started to trade above the red line, and the RSI is starting to move higher towards the 70, price zone. So that's one of the primary reasons why the chart, it's starting to, move towards the upside, because our technical indicators, it's starting to, change with the trend. And the trend, it's not a strong bullish confirmation, but the bulls, they're stepping in right now. And they stepped in at 9:42 a.m. for everyone who just joined us. They stepped in at 9:42 a.m. All right, so let me check something out really quick. Let's check something out. All right, family. So let's check out the gains that we have so far today. All right, so in one funded account, made $332.48, and in my other funded account, I made $332.48. So that bring us to, let me see, we have a profit for today, $664.96. So in the past, at one point, I had 8 funded accounts, right? So I depleted all of those accounts and I withdrew about $5,000 from those accounts. So I don't have those accounts, anymore. I'm starting, a new chapter. And a major lesson I learned from having all of those accounts: keep risk management as a top priority. So I blew majority of those accounts. But on the flip side, I only paid about $600 for all of those accounts, combined. So I was able to get a good, return on those accounts. But I kind of allowed, certain things to affect my, trade and psychology. And that was one of the primary reasons why I blew those accounts up. But on the flip side, it wasn't my money. And the prop firm, they gave me 4 of those accounts for free. And I only paid $600 for, all of those accounts, combined. And I grew that balance to about $11,000 from September the 19th through October the 28th. But man, your boy, he was kind of, slipping some days, these past 2 days where, I wasn't on the live stream, and, things went south. But on the flip side, I got a nice amount of payouts from those accounts. All right, family. So let's go back to the chart really quick. So man, the bulls, they stepped in aggressively at 9:40 a.m. Let's highlight that candle because it's extremely important. They stepped in aggressively at 9:40 a.m. Now, let's see if we're going to break back above the key resistance level at $26,127.50. That's going to be a key resistance level for us. And I'm going to lock my accounts for the day because I don't want to give my profits back. Recently I've been, over trading. I've been giving, my profits back. So I had to be, honest with you all. Your boy Money Spence had to be honest. But on the flip side, your boy got a lot of payouts from those funded accounts. Let me see. What time do you usually start your stream when you do go live? So I usually start my stream on at 9:25 a.m. on Monday, Thursday, and Friday. And let me see. You also said I'm going to check daily for you. You're very transparent. Yeah, Ab, I try my best to be, transparent since people are, following my journey. Damn, Ab, you just hooked the brother up. So wow. So usually people don't even donate to the stream, but man, thank you for donating that $10, my brother. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, me, I try my best to, be transparent. I'm in the process of, building up my influence. We've been doing these live streams since August, so I try to, step up on here, every week and just be transparent with everyone, because I feel like that's what's gonna, keep this thing, authentic and, real. All right, family. So the Bulls, they are currently in charge. We also have a bullish MACD at the bottom of our screen. And Ab, you just gave me some additional confirmation on, what I'm really doing this thing for, man. So I'm doing this thing for, beginner traders who are, struggling and trying to, figure this day trading process out. So I try my best to be, a free, guide and a free, mentor. But people like you, man, I really love the fact that you donated that $10, my brother. So thank you so much. Stanford 6744. How you doing, fam? How are you doing? Yeah, I'm loving the chat today as well, man. I'm loving the chat today. And if you haven't had a chance to answer the poll, please answer that poll for me. So we had which part of today's strategy are you most interested in and mastering? We had we had 27% of the members, they said, VWAP, 18% they said the ORB, catching that first big move. So the first big move that we all played, it was on the open, and your boy Money Spence was able to make $664.96. So the first level of resistance, it was at $26,127.50. So that was our 15-minute ORB resistance level. And on the flip side, we may possibly break above that 15-minute ORB resistance. And if we look at our support, we had our key support level down here. That was our 15-minute ORB support. And usually, if we break below that price zone, that's giving us some additional confirmation towards the downside. But we held that price zone, and the bulls, they stepped in aggressively at 9:42 a.m. Now, let's see if we're going to break above and hold above this 5-minute, this 15-minute ORB level. The 15-minute ORB level, it's at $26,127.50. So let's see if we're going to get that continuation move towards the upside. So Stanford, I used to trade, ES, and then I stopped trading, ES. And the primary reason I started to trade, MNQ, because it moves at a faster rate and I can make more, money with it. And that's one of the ones that I've been, extremely successful with as well. All right, so family, I'm going to highlight the bearish move that we took on the open, and I'm going to highlight where the bulls could have, joined the party for a move back towards the upside. So the bulls, they confirmed the move towards the upside right here in this price zone at 9:45 a.m. when this first 15-minute candle closed. They confirmed the bullish pressure right here at 9:45 a.m. And if we go back to the 1-minute time frame, I usually use the 1-minute time frame, for my entry, and the 2-minute time frame as well. I recently just started using the 2-minute time frame, I think sometime, last week. But for our bears, you could have played the move on the open for the first 15 minutes of the trading day. And for our bulls, you could have played the move towards the upside for the next 15 minutes of the trading day. All right, family. So does anyone else have any additional, questions or, concerns? Man, we only trade over here for the first 30 minutes of the trading day, and then we're done, family. We're done. First minutes of the trading day to make these consistent gains in real time. So I like to, educate everyone in real time just to show you all that you're not in this, alone. You have a mentor here who's willing to, show up throughout the week to help guide you through this process with proven day trading strategies. I'm not just talking after the market is closed after, 4 p.m. I'm getting on here in real time and showing you all how this thing, is done. Teddy, good morning, my brother. So Teddy said, hello, Spence. What is your fast and slow length settings? All right, so let me pull that up for you. So my fast and slow length settings for MACD, it's 12, 26, and 9. 12, 26, and 9. So that's basically, helping me out with, confirming the trend and what direction I should focus on. So we're talking about the MACD with those settings. So the MACD on the open, it was bearish. So that was giving us confirmation for a move towards the downside. And I'm going over this for people who just joined the live stream. And after, 9:45 a.m., it was bullish towards the upside. So let me see. Ab said, so how do funded accounts work, and how are the withdrawals and rules of trading? So here's how the funded accounts work. So you have to pay $50 for a challenge account. That's a $50,000, combine account. Once you make $3,000 within 2 days minimum in that combine account, so you can make $1,500 one day and you can make $1,500 on the second day. Once you make $3,000 in that combine account, the prop firm, they'll offer you a $50,000 funded account with a $2,000 risk. So you'll have to pay $150 for that funded account. Once you reach the funded account stage, you'll have to make at minimum $150 or more for 5 non-consecutive days to receive a payout. So I've received about $22,000 in payout so far from the prop firm within the past, year. So I'm primarily, trading MNQ, the ticket that you see on my screen right now, and it's primarily, utilized with, all day traders who trade, with Top Step, prop firm. They like using MNQ because you can make money at a fast rate, and you can also get your accounts funded at a fast rate, as well. So that's one of the primary reasons we use MNQ or NQ. But that's primarily how you go through the funding, the challenge stage. And once you pass the challenge stage, you'll get a funded account, and your drawdown in the funded account, it's going to be $2,000. So once you reach that drawdown, let's say for example, if you lose $2,000 on your first, trading day, you'll have to start the funding process, over again. But let's say for example, if you only lose $1,000, you'll have an additional $1,000, wiggle room in that funded account. So man, I hope that answered your question. And my brother, man, I really appreciate you taking the time to subscribe to the channel and also donate $10, man. So I'm gonna keep grinding. That gave me some additional confirmation that what I'm doing right now, it's working, and I'm coming across the right subscribers that I need to come across. So family, man, I'm about to be out, and I really appreciate all of you for joining these live streams. I'm out, family. Peace. Everyone have a safe, blessed day. We only trade for 30 minutes a day over here. Thank you for rocking with your boy Money Spence, and make sure you like and subscribe to the Money Spence YouTube channel, family. Peace.